this right here is a perfect example of how to manipulate speed. So I've got slow characters on mine. They've got fast characters. Jasmine with Speed Stone should be the fastest character, and then our Yzma should be the same. But my Yzma is going to go in front of hers because it works in favor, saying, okay, if they have got the next fastest character, then it's going to give it to the person who's got the next slowest one. So I won that. So here I get to strip the 2 meter of their ones, and now it's all mine. That's all it is. It's just like, now it's all mine. So I want to try and steal this so she doesn't have tactics. I want to buff up. Who do I want to buff up? Himself. So buffing up himself and giving him speed. And then I want to give this to Anna. So I want to give her a speed boost as Y. So I want to go and give her a speed boost. I want to go and give crit here, because I want to get rid of her. Ooh. But then speed boost with Anna here should give him a whole lot of MP, and he's got auto boom, kaboom. And like just like that, that is pretty much game over. But by manipulating the speed turn order, as quick as that. So you saw that, like, in Showdown, everyone is max. Everyone gets max tier 9, max speed stones. They had the fastest team, so let's check out this. They had the fastest. Jasmine should be the fastest character here. Milana's the next fastest, but without a speed stone, she won't be, so Yzma would be. But in saying that, the way we break that down, so Jasmine's at the start of the battle, it goes like this. So Jasmine's speed is up here. Yzma's speed is right there with speed stone. So both of ours together. So his one is up here. His Yzma's there. My Yzma's here. Same. His Yzma gets a speed boost, puts up there. My Yzma gets a speed boost. They're tied. And then it goes down and says whose character is next. And it says, okay, well, their next character after these two that are tied is Jasmine. So what that does, it goes and bumps up my Yzma and says, okay, you can have the speed priority, boop, and have your turn first. And that is how you manipulate the speed turn order. So the game just before this one, we had it run the other way. I wasn't recording at the time, so but I had run pretty much a similar team, whereas I had a speed Jasmine, speed Milan, instead of, say, Milo and Chip. And instead of those two characters, I had run the full fast team. And I came up against a team with a speed Yzma, but then it had like a, was that speed? I think it might have been recovery Yzma, defense on Jasmine, and something else. So these are the slowest stones, and what that did is it said, okay, my Jasmine was the fastest, so it put me and my team up here. Then our Yzmas were tied, or his was less. So what it did when it came Yzma to get the speed buffs, it said, okay, boop, boop, both speedmers get a whole bunch of speed. Now they are the first tied characters. And then it goes down and looks at who's next in the order, and my Jasmine was the fastest. So because my Jasmine was the fastest, it said, okay, now I'm going to prioritize this next other person's Yzma. And so it said, okay, we're going to put them first, and then what they did, they went and stripped my 2 meter just like the front of this game. And it went and ripped mine, and then I just lost the match, even though they had terrible stones on their characters. So instead of me putting terrible stones on my characters, which I could do, I'm going to save those characters and those attempts instead of burning all those good characters like Jasmine, because she can just rock things, Jasmine Milan, and I'm just going to burn useless characters that don't even need to get a turn and just run the show with a couple of good ones. But that means I can use this spot as an alternating spot and just feed myself. Now, some people might be asking, hey, but how is this fair? Why are two Yzmas getting the same turn meter when one has higher, like a speed stone, than the other one? Or one has a full kingdom team and the other one doesn't? Now, this is all here. So if you look at Yzma's passive, at combat start, Yzma gains 15% speed meter per kingdom and kingdom villain. Now, you'd be like, well, SHD, you're running two characters that are not kingdom villains, whereas the opponent had all kingdoms. Yes, correct. But the way that turn meter is populated, like I was saying here, Jasmine is going like the way it drops down. It goes to how do I explain this very well? It takes all the base speeds of characters and then it applies abilities and leaderships. So I think it applies leaderships and then abilities, like passives and things. So like what you'll see when you're running at princess teams in normal PvP, you'll see base speeds populating. Goes, okay, these characters will be fast, and you're like, oh yeah, my characters are fast. And then all of a sudden, boop, leadership activates and it pushes all the princesses to the top because they've got this big speed lead, the fastest speed lead. Boop, 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 or automatically populates them all well ahead of all these other characters. The same kind of thing is happening here, but so that will happen, and then it says, okay, Jasmine's here, and then boop, 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 all these other speed characters are here. So what is happening, even though I'm not running full kingdom, because at max tier 9 all these characters' speeds are so similar, it is just taking it from, like, Yzma normally naturally fast is like right below the top few characters. So what it all is doing, you can have like 1 or 2 characters on the team, and that's going to give her enough speed meter to be the new 100%. So it takes the new fastest character and puts that at 100%. And so all it's doing is saying, okay, Yzma is getting a speed boost, boop, boop, she is now at the 100% of the full turn meter. And it's taking both Yzmas, okay, they are full turn meter. And that's all it's doing. So it's bumping them up in the front, boop, and then it's checking who is last. That's the way it is all popular, and that's how it's all kind of working. So hopefully this has been helpful for some of you, and just to see how, or like, because I know I've seen a lot, and I've talked to a few people I know in champions of Olympus, and tried to explain my way. So hopefully this video will help them, but help some of you all as well out there. If you see a champion of Olympus, feel free to give them the win, just as a thank you to SHD. No, but definitely for me. Give me the win. I'll take a win. No, but we all want wins, so hopefully this helps you all out there. But that's how you get into the manipulation of the speed game. And the same with all these speed stones. It gets to the stage where you want to see how you can manipulate your speed and change your stones around, but still get them performing at their best. So as long as you can get your Yzma up in front, and then strip the turn meter of whoever their fastest one's in, your next slower one should be able to get things moving. And as long as you got your team built so you can get things moving enough to then win, like this team, like once it gets moving, as long as they can get the turns, they'll just go in and blast and boom. And then I can like have a drop character which I can just sub in and out just to make the most of them, have cheaper battles. You could just do something like that. So that is the idea. Hopefully this has helped anyway. And any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if this is helpful, then feel free to sub if you would like more of these types of videos, and give it a like if it has helped you. If you want to help me out, I'd appreciate that. But other than that, links to my Twitch if you want to catch me live and ask questions, all in the description below, because we are live streaming right now for the rest of the summer tournament if you want to catch me now. So that being said, check the links in the description below, and we'll see you all around or in the comments below.